Hello, warriors. Welcome to the You Movement. I am B. I wanted to hop on and do a video today to talk a little bit about this new energy that I find myself in and what has kind of brought it into being. Along my awakening path, I have experienced more betrayals than I could possibly fathom. It's just insanity. And recently I came into a new level of awareness of another betrayal that just was like the straw that broke the proverbial camel's back. I don't know if you've heard that expression before. If you haven't, camel is weighted down with a lot of stuff, and then one more straw piece gets put on top, and then it's like, so I'm, or at least I'm post, because when I hit that point of just pure acceptance is what it was. It was no longer angst or anger or frustration or anything, because that had all been felt leading up to, when you're under so much weight and it's so heavy for so long, you're grieving before the final act. You're already going through all of the purges and the pain and the suffering. And when your back is broken, you're just kind of resigned into this place of stillness. And so in that place, a new aspect of self was born in me, in that broken place. And that's usually the way things go with this, is, our ego holds on to things, people, places, situations, long past the point of comfort, to the point where, like, if you were really holding on to something in life, your hands would be all like bloody and sore from holding on for dear life. It reminds me of a funny story. Just to aside, add a little humor, just to aside. When I was young, being autistic, with not knowing I was autistic, but being autistic, when somebody says something, I take it quite literally. That's why, I like truth. I'm all about the truth, because I take things literally. So when people say things, I'm assuming that people are speaking from a place of truth. I've since learned that's not the case, but taking things literally is my point. And when I was young, I was learning how to water ski. And they said, just whatever you do, hold on to the rope. They should have been more specific with their instructions, which is, if you fall, let go of the rope. But this kind of really depicts my life in total, is holding on to the rope long past the point when I should have let go. So in learning to water ski, I fell, because that's what you do, and I held on to the rope. So there I am, getting dragged behind the boat, near water coming there, my skis like all behind me, falling off the foot. Eventually I eventually let go, but by that time, I'd almost drowned. My hands were really sore, my muscles were icky because I was being like pulled like this. So it's that stretch. It's that stretch where you're being pulled along something, and the cure is the letting go. The cure is the breaking. That is what it is. And then when you get to that point, you're like, you can at least float to the surface again and breathe, You're not getting dragged anymore. And so in that place that I have found as I said, this new aspect of self has come into birthing. And that is an understanding that there is no one on this fucking planet that is going to save me. Because I've certainly had a lot try to destroy me. I've certainly had a lot undermine me, stab me in the back. But save me? No. That's not an experience that I've ever had. And I've been saying all along, my awakening is like mission number one is to save yourself. So I'm re-scripting some fairy tales in my head about what it is to be saved and the process of saving oneself and the archetypes involved in doing so. I'm rewriting the traditional fairy tale from the damsel in distress, which I talked a little bit about, I think in the Oracle read, I'm not sure. How the damsel in distress is, vulnerable, please help me, save me. And listen, I'm going to own the fact that I was in that archetype for most of my life. And in looking out, the damsel in distress looks to the Prince Charming. And I've since discovered the Prince Charming is not so charming, after all. I've done some videos on the Golden Child recently, archetype, and the whole, nice guy vibe that a lot of us got sucked into, and it would be equally applicable to men that end themselves with somebody that is performatively in the archetype of the good girl or the girl next door. These roles or faces or masks that some people wear, and underneath is really a covert narcissist, a nasty so-and-so. And somebody who can be quite manipulative, cruel, self-absorbed, selfish, and hurtful. And so because I've had this paradigm playing out in my life in so many ways, so many times, I'm now in this, okay, we need to rescript this. The damsel in distress no longer can turn to the Prince Charming. So who does she turn to? And you've seen a lot of heroines depicted in modern day literature or films, television shows, that she eventually gets so broken that she needs to rebuild herself. And whether that's she becomes the ultimate warrior. And so what I'm seeing and observing is this path that has been taken, that the wounded feminine has walked, and instead of transmuting just into her divine feminine energies, she actually has to transmute into her divine masculine energies as well. It's the balancing of the two energies. So I've been saving my divine feminine, left side of the body. I've been saving my divine feminine through soul retrieval along my entire process. But I also have to embody the divine masculine. So I have been challenging myself since yesterday to step into my kingdom. To be my own king. I'm no longer looking for Prince Charmings to come along and save me. I'm going to save myself, and I'm going to be the embodiment of a king energy, which is somebody that is commanding, as somebody who is action-oriented, and somebody who has the capacity to get needs met. In a clear, concise manner. So a king energy, a healthy king, there's many depictions of kings that is in shadow. So I'm talking about the light archetype of the king. And so for me, I pulled on the energies of Aragorn in Lord of the Rings as an example of a humble and powerful and very shrewd, strategic king. So I have been challenging myself to step more and more into my kingdom, to rise the divine masculine energies within me, instead of waiting for some external divine masculine to do his shadow work and show up. I'm done. I'm done waiting for that to happen. I'm going to do it for me from now on. So this awakening process has been interesting because there's been a flip-flop in polarities at different times of my awakening, where I have been most definitely in feminine energy in certain aspects, where I was very depleted and run down and had to like rest, restore, replenish, and nurture, remother, and all of these kinds of energies. And there have been multiple times that I have been in the energy of the masculine. I had to step into the role of a warrior to escape from narcissistic abuse, and now I have to step into the role of king to strategically maneuver myself through the next 26 days. Yesterday, I declared that in 27 days' time was going to be my liberation, because I cannot live in all of the fear that has been put upon me due to a legal situation that I've mentioned a little bit in a few previous videos, that is still, ongoing, and I still have hurdles that I need to get through. And so I'm calculating it in my mind's eye, August 16th as being the day. I'm claiming it. I'm claiming it. I'm not negotiating. I'm claiming it as the day of my liberation from some of the worst fuckeries I've ever experienced in my life. And God's been watching, most definitely. So I don't need, it's not about stepping into vengeance. It's about stepping into freedom. Absolute freedom, and that freedom coming from a wholeness, a place of wholeness, which is to embrace not only my divine feminine and what she brings to the table, which is, I'm one of the most loving people that I know, and I love everybody. I just do. And, it's come at great pain, at great cost for me to cut people out of my life, which is the role of the masculine that says, listen, this person's hurting you. It doesn't matter how much you love them. They're hurting you. They got to go. That's a hard no. So if you don't have the masculine energies to be able to protect your feminine energies, then the feminine is going to constantly be open to be wounded. And my feminine has been wounded enough. She's tolerated enough, and she's ready to be cared for in a capacity that no one has ever showed her before, and except me. Because on this path, I've had to learn to love the fuck out of myself. I've had to learn to protect myself. I've had to learn to be strong. I've had to learn. So that is the blessing that is betrayal. And I'm so grateful now for my betrayals, because each one has come with a gift inside of it. I've had the gift of learning where my ethical lines are, and walking away when something wasn't in alignment with my ethics. I've had the gift of walking away from things that were abusive and cruel and mean, and being able to recognize them. So having the discernment, having the sight to see when something's off. I've had the gift of learning that I deserve respect, honor, and integrity, which are all the qualities that I give to others. I deserve the respect of honoring where the position that I come in from a meeting of the minds, and not. So it's been one test after another with each of these betrayals. And this last one, as I said, is the one that has broken yet another layer of restriction, of being held in a place of smallness, so that I can break free from this egg. And I've used the egg metaphor many times before in saying, when a little chick is breaking through. It's like, there's a whole world out there. Although this time around, I'm not visualizing it as a little chick. I'm visualizing it as a dragonborn. So this dragon's been born. So I don't know about the Queen of Dragons, but I'm definitely the King of Dragons in around now. And the timing of finishing my dragon tattoo is spot on, because that is the energy that I find myself in. It's powerful. It doesn't need a lot of hoop and a lot of, hey, look at me, pay attention to me. It just is, it demands attention. It commands attention. It just says things as they are. And the throat chakra has been problematic for me throughout my entire awakening, as has my root chakra. I'd say as has my heart chakra. Oh, fuck it, all of them. All of them have been a little bit wonkadoodles, and as they purge out all the shadow elements and get into alignment with their strength. So communication has always been challenging for me because I never felt heard or seen or valued or respected. So I would either go from one extreme to the other of like trying to write an essay to explain myself to people so that I could, could you understand? Do you hear me? Do you like pleading energy? Or I'd say absolutely nothing at all and I'd suck it up and I would people please. And now I'm doing neither of those because both sides of that extreme are exceptionally toxic, and it's just caused me problems. So now I'm just saying it as it is, and if people don't like it, I really don't care. I don't think a dragon gives a rat's ass. If you're in their way, you're gonna move. And I'm not moving for anybody anymore. I'm going to take care of me, and if that means that I have to burn bridges, let it burn. Let it burn. I have an empathy and a new level of awareness and understanding of the last season of Game of Thrones. I totally understand. Why that. I don't know if you've watched the Game of Thrones. You should, if you haven't. It's full of lots of archetypical energies and is quite insightful. Yes, I am in the era of let it burn. I'm not angry. I'm not irrational. I'm not even emotional. I feel very flatlining when it comes to emotions. I've spent my entire life in extreme emotion, trying to repress emotion, having emotion bubble up and be volcanic and having these interruptions. That's why it was so easy to do reactionary abuse on me, because you just poke me a little bit and I'd be like, ah! So it would be very difficult to get me into some reactionary abuse now, because now, thanks to all the betrayals, I see it coming. I see it coming before you even open your mouth. I see it coming. I see it in people's eyes. I just see it. So thank you for the lessons of betrayal, because I see it. And I read it, and I hear it, and I know it. So, all of these horrible lessons that I didn't enjoy were incredible gifts and the gifts have been gifts to me. It's kind of like, somebody referred to it the other day as Team Shadow. Team Shadow has been just making me stronger and making me more resilient and making me less emotional and making me more in alignment. And so really, you want to talk about the darkness or whatever. Well, Team Shadow, and I like that. Team Shadow has just strengthened me. So even though I still have worry and concern, and I know that I'm still in a battle, I'm on a battlefield right now. So 26 more days till liberation is where I'm at. And I am calling in the energies of all of the dragons to stand with me. So if you resonate with dragon energy out there, you're my people. And I'm calling in my own power as my own divine queen and king, working in unison to create a well-fortified, energetic castle. You know, you shall not pass. If people are projecting at me negative energies, return to sender. And I'm not, as I said, the emotions are just kind of gone. You've seen me on my awakening for the last 4 years. It's been crazy how emotional I've got at times. And it's like, where are they? They're all gone. They're all gone. They're just, there's just a resigned, calm strength. I know what's going down. I've always known what's going down. I know who's doing what, and I know what's at play. And at this point in time, I am going to have faith in the divine. So thank you again for that, for strengthening my faith in the divine plan. The dark is not won yet. I'm still here. If I can still be here after everything you've done to me, then you're going to have to come to my front door and, like, I don't know. Like, what are you going to do? Sorry, talking to the dark there. But, like, whether I'm walking, marching, crawling, or rolling my way out of hell, I'm going to just do it. I'm just going to do it. I'll do whatever it takes. I love that song. It's been a theme song of mine along this awakening path by Imagine Dragons. Ha! Wow. See? Imagine Dragons. I'm recommending everybody go listen to the song Whatever It Takes by the Imagine Dragons today. And listen to that, because that has been, my motivator, that I will do whatever it takes. You know, right now I'm in the process of completely giving up all seed oils because I haven't given up enough. You know, I've given up, in order, roughly, smoking, pharmaceuticals, sugar, dairy, gluten, cannabis, alcohol, hair dye, deodorant, fluoride, food preservatives, nightshade vegetables, like, you name it, I've given it up. And now Spirit's like, you need to give up seed oils. And I'm like, okay, sure, I'll do whatever it takes. And now Spirit's saying to me, you want to up your game in masculine energy? Now we're switching it all of a sudden all over again. You know, all along this process, I've been saying do not do any other yoga except for yin yoga. And that's because I had to cultivate a stronger feminine energy. And after 4 years, I'm like, fuck it. I'm moving into some vinyasa and flow yoga to strengthen my body because I'm a king. I'm a king. Who says I can't be a king? Because I have female body parts, I can't be a king? Huh, I can do whatever I want. I can literally do whatever I want, because society has tried to conform me, contain me, destroy me, misdiagnose me, program me with all kinds of bullshittery by, plopping me in the family with nothing but evil. And no, fuck it all. I'm going to be me. And King B is stepping in and reporting to duty so that I can command the growth of the U movement, and I can command my life the way that I see fit in my own divine authority as a sovereign being of light. Yep, that's me. So with that all said, if anybody would like to book an appointment with King B, then feel free to send me off an email at justbebeing. Maybe I need a new email now. Jeez, King B. I'll think about that. Justbebeing@gmail.com. If you are struggling with letting go any of the things that I've let go of, or you're struggling with any number of betrayals, you're struggling with narcissistic abuse, you're struggling with dark energy, Team Dark, you're struggling with emotions, you're struggling with the mind. Hey, if you're struggling, I'm here to listen to you. I can hold space for you. I can empathize, and I can use all my skills as a clairsentient empath to help give you the tools, the techniques, and the strategies to help navigate yourself out of it. So I look forward to working with you. And if you would like an oracle read, because sometimes that gives straight conduit direction from Spirit to help facilitate you. It's like my reads, as you know, if you're watching my reads on the weekends, they're not about, who you love and when's your love showing up. They're about what you can do to become empowered to save yourself. That's the mission. Save yourself. Get in alignment, balance masculine and feminine, and save yourself. With that all said, thank you very much for all of the likes, the shares, the subscriptions, the supers, the memberships, all of that. Every single person that promotes me to somebody else, you people, I love you so much. It has been very difficult to get past the shadows into, algorithms beyond. Very difficult for me. And so I value greatly every single person that is promoting me. Word of mouth is the way that I grow. Is word of mouth. So thank you very, very much for all the word of mouthers out there, the truth tellers, the truth seekers, and everyone else. That all said, peace in.